So, hello and welcome YouTubers and Doctor Who fans to another Doctor Who DVD review, and we are scaling very fast to the 50th review, which I will show what it is, even though I have said it in my about section, but I don't think no one knows what it looks like. But anyway, let's get started with the review. If you want to skip to the review, of course, and leave the showcasing, then skip to this time. So, let's have a look at the DVD cover, and again, brilliant DVD cover right by here. And as you can see, it does not feature any other characters which are featured in the story, such as the Doctor or Sarah Jane Smith, because this story is unique to the Daleks, how they all came to be. And I always love it that it has a war feel into the cover art, and you can see the Daleks are made for war, and the only emotion they have is hatred. So, and Davros as well, played by Michael Wisher. Again, shows insanity level, which I'll be showing in a review. And there's the side. Again, looks brilliant on the DVD shelf. So now we have the back. The pictures, I'm not sure if you can take them, but I'll just lift them up a little bit. And this story is written by the brilliant Terry Nation, which I think is his last best story ever. So with the blurb, the Doctor's own people, the Time Lords, have foreseen a time in which the Daleks dominate all other life forms in the universe. So disturbing that this is a possibility. That they have break their own laws of time in an attempt to change the future. And who better to send on this quest than their own renegade number, the Doctor? Unwillingly transport into the fields and trenches of a battle-exhausted Skaro, the Doctor must face his most dangerous mission ever, to prevent the Daleks from ever being created. So we have the special features, and may I say that the special features are brilliant on this DVD. We have the commentary, which I'll go through in the characters in the booklet, Genesis of a Classic, a special 62-minute documentary looking back at the making of Genesis of the Daleks, the Dalek Tapes, a 55-minute feature where they tell the story of the most iconic villains, the Daleks, continuity compilation, a selection of off-the-air continuity announcements, Blue Peter, an item from 1975 looking at the collection of Doctor Who models built by a viewer, Radio Times billing, the Doctor Who Annual 1976, Photogary production subtitles, and Digital Masters pictures and sound quality. So the story was originally broadcasted on BBC One between the 8th of March to the 12th of April 1975, covered by Clayton Hickman, produced by the fantastic Philip Hinchcliffe, and directed by David Malloy. And the feature length is 142 minutes approx, and as I said, it's a PG, contains mild fantasy, violence and horror. So here we have the innards with the booklet and the disc. They're all just edited differently on each disc they are. Yeah, again, love the artwork. And that's just saying about the Genesis of the Daleks. I won't read that because it'd be too long. And these are the characters featured in the commentary with Tom Baker, Elizabeth Sladen, Peter Miles and David Malloy, who was the director, and the special features which I've just gone over, which are on disc 2, and it is a 6-parter. So what are my overall thoughts and opinions on Genesis of the Daleks? Do I find it a classic, or do I find it overrated? It's a classic. You can't go wrong with it. Everyone loves this story in some way, shape or form. It's a lot of people's childhood classics to get them into Doctor Who, so their first story ever they watched. It wasn't actually my first story I ever watched. Mine was Horror Fan Rock, and very close as well to the Ark in Space as well, so they are known as my childhood classics. But I can see why this one got so much love by the fans, because it is truly brilliant, and it just makes the Daleks just seem that they just hate all other life forms, and Davros created in that way. And I'll speak about Davros first, actually. Davros' level is brilliant. Sometimes he's actually a very calm villain, but sometimes he just brings that level of absolute insanity, and he shows really good insanity level, he does. And Michael Wisher is a fantastic Davros, and as well as Terry Malloy, but Michael Wisher is a brilliant Davros, and if he does return, if Davros does return, then Michael Wisher will always be the best in my book. Now with the characterization of the story, it's all superb. Every single character in the story is written superbly. They all act around Davros and the Daleks superbly, and they're all written in depthly very well by Terry Nation. He really put some hard work and soul into this script, because everything about it just links so well together, and the characterization is, again, magnificent. It's on the level of Marco Polo characterization. All the characters on top performance. They all interact with each other fantastically, especially Davros as well. As well with Tom Baker and Sarah Jane Smith, they also play fantastic performance. Tom Baker is brilliant in it as well, and he does play again, I do love it how he interacts with Davros as well, and how Davros interacts with the Doctor as well for the first time. As well as Sarah Jane Smith, again, encountering the Daleks for a second time, even though they weren't really supreme beings of the universe and deaf to the Daleks, but Sarah Jane is now shown the full power of the Daleks and their creator of the Daleks as well, so they all play good performances as well, so it's all fantastic. Now, the Daleks themselves don't get featured a lot in this story, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I think they did a good, Terry Nation did the best approach. Yeah, they wanted to focus more on Davros, they did, and I think that was the right decision to make. So I don't find the Daleks underused. I find them just completely fine, and as well, I'll go over the special features of this DVD. Best special features from any DVD. These what special features are supposed to be like. I wish they did a similar thing to The Enemy of the World and The Web of Fear, since they were lost stories from nearly 45 years ago, so I think they should have deserved some special features, but the BBC decided to rush them as well, so that's a bit of a pain in the backside, but I wish they did that. But if I would rate Genesis of the Daleks, it would be, I'm puzzled around 9 out of 10 to 10 out of 10, but I can't really put my head around which one I would start to rate it, so I'm probably going to rate it in the middle for a 9.5 out of 10. Again, I don't think it deserves a 10 because I just prefer other stories more than this story, but again, it's a classic story and it's definitely one, it is essential to watch. If you haven't watched it, then go and watch it right now. It's essential to watch, even if you don't have the DVD, and just pick it up. It's definitely worth to be in your collection because it's an all-time favourite classic story. So thank you very much for the review of Genesis of the Daleks for review 48. The review 49 will be The Chimes of Midnight, said to be the best monthly range audio, in fact the best audio throughout the entire range. And I have listened to it. I will be recording it today, but it will not be uploaded today. That'll be uploaded on Friday. So to show the 50th review, this is the 50th review I will be viewing, and I've just got this from the post just today, so make sure to check out the 50th review, which will be featured on Friday the 28th of, I think it's the 27th of June, I think, that's the Friday, and it is very virgin territory by looking at this, as well with Daleks and the 7th Doctor. He's always going to confront the Daleks, so always check it out. I've been really pumped about this big finish release, and it's just come out today, and I've got it today because I pre-ordered it, so can't wait to listen to this. I haven't listened to it yet, but that will be the 50th review, and I have confirmed the date. So thank you very much for watching the review, and stay tuned for the next review.